Cheers, I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? Yes, that was actually water I was drinking. But don't worry, we have something else here. Anyways, let me get this started here. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer and Whiskey Whisperer for the purposes of this video. Let me get things set up here. I can't figure out. I'm having my privacy issue. My privacy keeps changing on my main Facebook profile, and I can't figure out why. I have it fixed for a while there, then it defaults back to private, and I can't figure out how it does that. But anyway, set that there. Anyways, I am Tom the Beer Whiskey Whisperer, at least for the purpose of this video. How the heck are you? We're good, Tom. We're very good. Anyways, I'm pretending you can talk back to me. So I've got one from Martin City. It's their Atlas Steam. I mean, I am kind of surprised that they're able to use Steam because for years that other one that just went out of business, had the copyright on that, so you had to refer to it as the California Common. But anyway, Martin City Atlas Steam, apparently that no longer matters. This one's at 5%, and I got to tell you, I've had a couple from this 6-pack. This beer is legit. I mean, it really is. It's as good as the original from that other brewery that shall not be named. Anyway, how beautiful that pours out. Look at that color. I mean, damn, this is gorgeous. Anyway, I'm going to let that sit. I do have a cocktail poured, so I'm going to get to that before I get too much water in it. But I have my glass here, but let's see where my glass is. There it is. So here is what I got here. I've got, again, I've got some new product that I'm dying to use, but I'm not going to because I've got some older product I need to get through. This is some stuff that we picked up in May, I think. Yes, May. This is Jim Tom's Signature from Sugarland Shine. I should make that clear. This is Jim Tom's Signature Moonshine Mix. My light here isn't great. I'm trying to read that here. Let me show that to you. So I've got 2 ounces of that to 1 ounce of my California Canning Meyer Lemon Lavender. So I've got basically a white whiskey sour going on here. So I'm going to use that. Now, typically, a whiskey sour is served on the rocks. I get it. I'm not disputing that fact at all. But I do prefer a straight-up cocktail, so I'm serving mine straight up. More like a shot, I suppose. But I'm not going to drink it like a shot. Yeah, if you were making a shot, this is how you would do it. I do every once in a while. We'll do traditional cocktails exactly how they're designed to be. I'll put something on the rocks. I just don't really like my cocktails on ice. So I prefer classic straight-up cocktails like a martini or a Manhattan. But even old-fashions, I like to serve my old-fashions straight up as well. So here we go. Let's launch it. Oh, it's gorgeous. It really is. I really love these shrubs. It's very simple. It's just basically white vinegar, sugar, and then the flavorings. In this case, it's natural lemon and lavender. Again, it's all natural stuff in here. Lemon, lavender. It just makes a beautiful cocktail mix. It also makes a beautiful soda. If you just want to use a couple ounces of that, add some sparkling water or some mineral water, Pellegrino or Perrier, whatever you like. Or just club soda for that matter. It just works beautiful. So my garnish is I've got some Collins candied orange twist. You're not going to believe where I found these at. So I like to buy different stuff as I can find it. I was at the Lucas Liquors, and they used to have this great selection of garnishes, but they did not this time. It's like they eliminated everything. So the only cherries I had were they had Marasca, They had the Luxardo, and the only thing different they had than those two, they have these Woodford Reserve bourbon cherries. So I bought these because, quite frankly, they're just as good at half the price. But I found this for about $10 at a very small liquor store in Clinton, Missouri. Believe it or not, I can't believe the bigger stores didn't have this. So I bought these because I thought these would be perfect for an old fashioned, that candy and orange twist. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. So let me try that beer a little bit now. So the titles of my videos, I get asked questions. Everyone's, how did you get that title of the video? What you said during that video had nothing to do with the title. Yeah, sometimes I get a little creative. How I got the titles, as I was getting the video set up, I had some music playing, and the song playing was the Eagles, "The Greeks Don't Want No Freaks," one of my favorite Eagles songs. So then, as I was, the wheels started turning up there, I thought, the Greeks may not want no freaks, but how do you explain Tucker Carlson? I thought, that's just funny. I get it. If you're a Republican, you probably won't find that funny. But then again, you're not that smart, so it just doesn't matter. Sometimes I get political, sometimes I don't know how the direction this will go. But I thought, man, that is just funny. That's a funny title. I don't care who you are. Anyway, it's luncheon. I mean, if you're still listening to Tucker Carlson, you're not very bright in the first place. So, oh, mercy. I mean, quite frankly, you got to be a mental midget if you're paying attention to Tucker Carlson. I mean, that man's an idiot. Which led me to the title. But anyway, I digress. Anyways, so I picked this particular whiskey up. I guess it was back in May. So originally I was supposed to have my surgery done on May 31st, I believe. Then it got pushed back, and then it got pushed back a couple times. Finally had it done on June 21st. But so we were supposed to have it done. So one of the last trips my wife and I were going to go on just before I was about to have the surgery done was we went into Branson. So there was a little store just this, somewhere between Springfield and Branson. So we stopped in a little cheese store. They had some novelty stuff, but they had a lot of this stuff marked down. So I did buy a few of these Sugarland products. How I ended up with that, but I've had this for a little while. Again, I've got a lot of stuff I've had for a minute or two. As much as I really want to go through, I did open up some of my newer stuff, but I'm trying to, not drink anymore until I get through some of this other stuff. Because I mean, like this particular bottle here, I've got this Old Pepper rye that I was going back and searching for photographs and videos. I bought this back in January, and I've still got this much left. Now, it's not a lot left, but I've had it since January, so I probably need to finish that up. I've had this one since May as well. It's a little further down the road because, there are some specific videos using this, so I knew I got through a lot of that. So I'm trying to finish up some of this other stuff. Which brings me to this. Recently, I finally visited Restless Spirits for the first time. Had a great visit out there. Had a cocktail. Bought a lot of stuff. Bought a lot of stuff, man. But I've had this for a little while. Actually, I've had this since March. This is our Gully Town Double Barrel Aged Whiskey Single Malt American Whiskey at, I believe, 92 proof, it says. But they no longer have this whiskey. They have a couple others. So this is one of the other one I've got back there I can't reach, but this is the other one I have it open, so I'm leaving it back there out of reach on purpose. This one's at 92 proof. These are American single malt whiskey. So they had these two. I said, okay, these two, which of these two is like this one? They said, well, neither. Okay. So this is their double oaked. And whatever we have here, this is the 6-year-old version, and it's just single oaked and bourbon casks. Well, the other one is aged in new casks or new barrels. So it's a little bit darker, and I believe it's only aged 4 years, whereas this is a double barrel. So I'm gonna make myself finish that one before I drink much more of these other two, or actually, at least before I open that second bottle. I really wanted to open one of them, so I opened up this one while we were out on vacation still, just so I could taste it and have something to drink. But it is very reminiscent. Oh, excuse me. It is very reminiscent of an Irish single malt, if that makes sense to you. Anybody watching, have any questions or comments, please put it up on the screen. If you'd like to be part of the video, let me know, and I'll send you a link, usually via messenger. Until then, I'm going to drink my cocktail. I'm going to drink this, man. So this, again, let me show you this particular product. This is a very good product. It was about, well, they had it on sale, so it's about $25 on sale-ish. Jim Tom's Moonshine. Show you that bottle there. Again, I've got 2 ounces of that to 1 ounce of the shrub that I showed you. I got it chilled, so it's just a straight up cocktail and sláinte. Anyways, I digress. The beer I have here is Martin City Atlas Steam. It is, I believe it's at 5%. If it says here, light in body and dark copper in color. Enjoy notes of fruity, ripe banana, on a silly caramel, vanilla, wafer, and malt profile. Yeah, I'm not feeling the banana, to be honest with you. To be honest, I ain't feeling it anyway. Regardless, it's just a damn fine beer. Damn, that's good. Anyways, the Greeks may not want any freaks, but how do you explain to Carlson? How is that not funny? It's a great tune. I love that song. Obviously, they're poking fun at Greek culture. How they think they're somehow superior while they, you know, the obvious hypocrisy. Personally, didn't go to college. That might shock some of you. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I've never had that need to belong to anything like a lot of folks do, whether it be a fraternity, whether it be a club of some sort. I don't possess that chip that needs to be part of something. I think a lot of folks that go to church regularly are like that too. They possess that need to be part of something. I don't have that. I don't have that need to be part of anything. Don't mind going to church. In fact, I enjoyed it when we were going regularly right up before 2020 hit. In fact, I was even part of the choir. But again, it was just, even then, I just didn't have that need to be part of something. It was just, okay, I'll do this for now. And if it doesn't happen anymore, it doesn't happen anymore. Then 2020 hit and it didn't happen anymore. So it really wasn't bothered one way or the other. But I think a lot of people, maybe most of society, to be honest with you, has that chip in their brain that they need to be part of something. So if they're not part of this, they need to find what they're a part of. That's how we end up with cults, right? You have folks that don't belong anywhere, so they identify with it somehow. Whatever this cult is makes them identify with something, and then they become part of something, which explains the Trump nuts phenomenon. You got a lot of morons thinking they're part of something because you got this person who's a complete fraud, making them think that they are somebody when this person would have nothing to do with them in real life. So it's just that bizarre phenomenon. They think they're part of something that they're actually not a part of. I've never minded being by myself, though. I guess I've always been a sort of a loner. I've been that kind of extrovert loner. I guess I've always had friends and didn't mind being around them, but I didn't mind being away from them either. And I'm still that way as an adult. I mean, I have friends and I like when I'm around them, but I don't mind not being around anybody either. I don't mind just being home, relaxing, I don't mind any of that. I don't have that chip that makes me have to belong to something. And I think that's a situation where now, as a society, is you have the greater part of our population that has a need to be a part of something, which is how you saw the rise of that really ignorant MAGA movement. You had people that wanted to be a part of something. They were bigoted, they were ignorant, and you had people making them feel empowered about being ignorant and bigoted. So they became part of that movement. And now you can't get them out of that because then they become comfortable in being bigoted and ignorant. They become comfortable in being racist. So even though they don't personally see themselves as racist, clearly they are. Because they don't think that term exists, right? They think it's a term that others use to define them when they aren't really that way. But when you believe certain things, yes. Whether you think you are or not, you're a racist. Then you got Tucker Carlson, who's kind of a whole different animal, right? Now you have him on, there are tapes where he completely disavows Trump and all that other stuff, but on camera he's something else. So, which makes you believe? Well, I mean, it's a personality, right? He has this image to uphold. He's become this character, if you will. Where behind the scenes, he's not really that person. So does that make him any less culpable? And I would say no. I mean, he's firing up people to do bad things. So no, that doesn't make you any less culpable because you don't believe it yourself. You are equally as guilty as everybody else that took part in the January 6th insurrection. Oh, that's a good beer, it really is. Anyways, I digress. But I digress, man. I'm going to let that go for a second. We're just going to let that be. We're going to let that percolate. I'm going to finish this up. Gully Town. So the funny thing is, yeah, they didn't have this there, but they had these two other whiskeys. I thought, well, okay. I wanted to buy the 15-year-old Irish single malt, but they were out of it. I was a little bit bummed about that. But they had these other two products. And I said, well, I have the one at home. Which one of these two is that product? He said, well, neither. Okay. I'm kind of led to believe that the product I have is sort of the both of these products combined. But anyway, so I'm going to have 1 ounce or an ounce and a quarter of this neat with you. Gully Town at 92 proof. I've had this one since March. I'm going to finish that up before I open my other bottle. I just want to show you that color. The funny thing is, I wish I had that other bottle up here closer to show you, because basically the color of this is basically the color of this one and that one put together. Yeah, this one's darker than this one, not as dark as that one, so I'm guessing that's kind of what's going on here. But anyway, I digress. And slaunch you. Oh, excuse me. One more time. One more time with feeling, man. Oh, fuck nuggets. Anyways, I digress. This beer is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. Martin City. I do like Martin City. I visited the brewery once 4 years ago. I didn't have time to visit the brewery this year because we're trying to get to other stuff. We hadn't been to Kansas City in 4 years. And most stuff we had planned to see this time around were stuff that we weren't aware of 4 years ago, let's say. So we're trying to do something different. I did want to visit them, but I did find their product at the local Lucas Liquor, which is how I got this. Anyways, I digress. The nose on this is exquisite. It actually reminds me more of the Union Horse Rivalist American Single Malt than it reminds me of of their own brand, the Gully Town. This particular version of their American Single Malt, to be honest with you. It's got that kind of dankness about it. I kind of forgot about it until I had this one, which really feels more like an Irish single malt. Biscuits and gravy. Anyways, I digress. I am Tom. So the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, perverter, wisdom man. Biscuits and gravy. Marcia Brewing Atlas Stainless Beer is phenomenal. I am Tom, the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific drinker, purveyor, and wisdom man. Around, you got launch